Sunday. It is also Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the people out there. You guys are listening to Whatever Works on KCAA, 1050 AM, 102.3 FM, and 106.5 FM. I'm your host, Sam Works.
I'm Kyle Kerrigan.
And again, you guys are listening to Whatever Works, where we bring people in every week and we talk about whatever works. So this week is a little special. It is Mother's Day, as we all know. And if you didn't know, well, you're a little late. But I have my mom here live at the studio.
Hello.
Mom, you got to get closer to the mic.
And I have my mom over the phone from Texas. Mom, are you there?
I'm here.
Oh, there she is.
There she is. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. And to your mother, too.
Oh,
Happy
thanks.
Mother's Day.
So, because it's Mother's Day, we have a little giveaway, a bouquet of flowers for anyone who can answer a question that we have for them. So the question of the day, let me see, let me pull it up on my notes here.
Should I describe these flowers?
No.
It's
Joe got it.
mystery.
Joe's ready.
Mystery
Okay.
flowers.
How much does the U.S. spend on flowers on Mother's Day? Is it A, $2.66 billion, B, $500 million, or C, $1.5 billion? If you guys know the answer, please feel free to call in at 888-909-1050. That's 888-909-1050. And you guys will be able to win a free flower bouquets. Go ahead, Mom. Tell them what kind of flowers we got today.
They're roses, and it's like a deep red and white.
Like a vanilla, like a
Yes.
pearl white.
They're very
rose.
pretty in a nice little vase.
Yes, so it's your guys', it's free if anyone calls in and gives us the right answer. So again, the question is, how much does the U.S. spend on flowers on Mother's Day? Is it A, $2.66 billion, B, $500 million, or C, $1.5 billion? Joe, do you have an answer? And I ain't going to say that on air because cross cancel
Yeah,
or
you'll find out if you're right later.
I must say the red roses are like my favorite color if I had a sports car. Just hint, one of these days.
Yeah, actually, Mom always talked about having a car
Yeah,
with
that's beautiful red color right there.
right?
Yeah, it's more like a burgundy.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
Mhm.
So, Kyle's mom. I have never met you before, and Kyle has been in our family circle for forever.
Yeah, a very long time.
Yeah.
I remember when
Yeah,
he was
he
a
kind
little
of grows
tyke.
on you.
Yeah, he does. Huh? Actually, I think the first time I met your son, he came over to the house, and then he was in middle school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were friends with Timmy.
Timmy, yeah.
Yeah, that was
That was 7th grade.
7th grade. And how old are you now?
I'm 24. Gonna be 25 in 2 weeks.
So that
Wow.
was about 10 years ago.
Yeah, it's
Did you
crazy.
Did you come over to go on the
Yeah,
trampoline?
we're quite aware of Jimmy also.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how was your Mother's Day?
It was great. I woke up, first of all, so that was started off my day.
That's a blessing.
And then I had steak and eggs made by my oldest son. And then he actually did the dishes, loaded the
Oh.
dishwasher.
That's a
I
plus.
haven't done jack. Well, I can't say the other word.
That's funny.
Crap.
So I know that we have these beautiful roses for whoever can answer the question, but a little fun fact: do you guys know what the most common flower is for Mother's Day?
No.
You know, if that was the question of the day, Joe would have got it right. Yes,
Yeah.
carnations
Carnation,
are the
okay.
most common flowers that people buy for Mother's Day.
Because you can have so many colors.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Yeah.
And to be honest, I didn't even know what carnations were.
Those are the ones that, when you were little, we did a little experiment, and you put the you put,
said the-
you put the
Joe said
food
the cheap
coloring in a
ones.
cup, and then you stick the carnation in there, and it sucks up the color
Oh,
remember
and
that?
the carnations turn the colors of the.
of the food dye.
I did not know that. So if you guys want to do a little science
I
experiment,
think roses do that too, but it's
Yeah.
all about the stem. But you know,
'Cause
people do that with carnations. so.
I did that with celery. That's
Yeah,
that's what I
that's
did when
what
I was.
Celery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it works on celery.
Yeah, I turned my celeries blue. That's funny.
It probably works on most plants.
Yeah. So actually, one of the questions that Kyle came up with for the flower deal was how many cards get bought in the U.S. for Mother's Day. Do you guys have any idea how many cards get bought every day or for Mother's Day?
Same amount as
No,
flowers?
none at all.
Well, it's 113 million cards. So it's not that bad. Because if you think
Dang,
about
I'm
it.
in the wrong business.
Well, honestly, you should be in the flower business because once we say the answers, you'd be like, "What?" It's actually kind of crazy. But I know it's Mother's Day, so I kind of want to talk about it. But first, we talk about it, Mom. I want to say thank you, and I love you, and happy Mother's Day.
Thank you very much.
I can't go too hard because then I'll start crying on the air. So.
Yeah. It's okay. This is a safe space here.
Yes. Kyle, what's your mom's name?
Sylvia.
Sylvia.
Yes, sir.
How many kids do you have?
3.
3. Wow. Are they all relatively close?
Well, I have 2 of them. The 2 oldest are here in Texas, and then Kyle's in California.
Is Kyle the youngest?
I am by far.
You're just a
Really?
baby.
How old
Yeah.
was Davina when I was born?
Pardon?
How old was
Oh,
Davina?
Davina was, she's 17, about to turn 18. You were born in May, and she's birthday is in June.
Okay, yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah,
So
so my
I
next
almost
closest
had
sibling was 17
Both
when
of
I
my
was born.
kids out the door, and
And
then
then you
a
came
surprise
along.
with Kyle.
Dang, that is crazy. And was Kyle planned?
No, absolutely not. I was 36,
Yeah.
and I had gone to the dentist and had an abscess too, so he gave me antibiotics. Well, that offsets the birth control pill. Bam, here comes Kyle.
What?
Wow.
Yeah,
Dang.
It's the dentist's fault.
accident. Yeah,
Oh, man.
I
Wow.
always thought I should sue the dentist for child support, but we raised him on. I raised him on my own, so that's that.
Wow.
I was like,
We got-
was it planned? I'm scared of being an empty nester. I need another baby.
You know,
Right?
that I actually
I
didn't
know,
know.
and then back down to doing all the. But I think he also kept me young because then we did everything all over again.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So seeing everything through his eyes, I had missed. So he was the light of my life. Also,
That's
Thank you,
amazing.
Mom. I love you.
I
Yeah.
love you too.
I something to kind of relate to that, bringing you back up to feeling young again. I was dating this girl and she had a kid, and he's like 13, and because of him, I was spending like quality time with him. But what does he want to do? He wants to do all these kid stuff, and it literally brought me back as a kid too, and it felt amazing, feeling young again. Not that I am, but having that.
You're
that-
old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of nostalgic, But
Yeah, he's kind of deep that way. He's quiet until he says something, and then he sticks to what he's talking about. So
that's awesome.
he's pretty honest in that way.
Since we have about an hour to talk, I want to talk about Sylvia's and my mom's first childbirth experience.
You want to talk about that now?
Was it hard for you? Did you go the natural way? Did you get what was the process?
You got to do the breathing and all that other stuff. Yeah.
But you didn't get no C-section or anything, right?
No, natural, all 3 of them.
Oh, well, that's good.
That's nice. Me too.
And what about you, Mama?
Well, Mr. Timmy, you know how hard-headed he is now. Well, he was hard-headed then, too. No, he
Okay.
was breached, and they had to, go up there and turn him around. That was not exciting.
So he was
Yeah, legs first.
he was legs
So
first.
the
So he was a
doctor-
troublemaker from the start.
Yeah.
Wow.
The doctor had to go up and, actually turn him around. The doctor is Asian. I think he was, Chinese or something, but it's, something that some other doctors probably wouldn't have done. But
Oh, yeah.
What
Okay.
did he do?
he actually, took his hand up there and
Stuck.
turned him around.
Wow.
And on the other hand, Kyle was delivered by his sister
What?
Yeah.
because the doctor was late and she was in the room with me, and I pushed and she caught him.
What?
Yeah, so
You didn't know she could play football, huh?
No.
oh no, I did.
She's like, let's do it. He's ready.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
then when we'd go to the grocery stores, because he had blonde hair and I had black, they always thought that Davina was his mom.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
And I said, no, this is my son.
Wow.
I was super young, and well, I was 23 or something like that, but I looked even younger. So I would get dirty looks from everybody, like, oh, look at this teenage mom walking around. I would get dirty looks all the time. I'm like, I am not, like, because I guess I look like I was 13.
20s. That's pretty crazy. Did you guys take any, I don't want to use the term drugs, but, like, childbirth is painful, right?
Well, heck yeah.
And so,
But we had to wait to the last minute. You try to do it without,
Yeah.
but you get to a
Try.
point where you're going to pass out from the pain. So then you get that little help of the Demerol, I think it was.
Yeah.
And
And the
everything was
epidural.
fine after that. I was talking to the wall or something. I don't remember.
wow. That's pretty crazy. And how heavy was Kyle when he came out? Was he a little baby?
Oh, about 6 pounds, like 6'5" or something like that. 6 pounds, 5 ounces.
Yeah.
That's a healthy baby, right?
19 inches long. Yep.
Hey, you're about the same as Timmy.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
funny.
That's cool. And then, so my mom and Silva, they both had more than one child. Does it get easier giving birth?
What do you mean by that?
Like, does it happen faster? Is the process
yeah,
like
each child is different,
Yep.
each time is different, huh?
Yeah. So, Liam was pretty tough because I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I was in the hospital like for 3 weeks. I'm like, I think I'm in labor. I go to the hospital like, lady, you're not in labor. Go home. And then
Yeah.
I think I'm in labor. Go home. And then the last time they're like, you're back again? Like, go walk around the hospital. I'm like, all right, walk around
Yeah, and
the
then
hospital.
during that process, you can't really eat anything.
No.
So all you can have is like ice chips.
And you're like, I'm starving.
Yeah.
I don't.
So it's one of those things they keep saying that, the pain is well, you men don't have to go through it because then we would have no kids at all.
That's pretty
The
funny.
pain, the pain was bad, and I'm sure your mom can agree
Oh,
with that
yeah.
one. But
Is there anything that's comparable to that pain?
I've heard of something comparable, passing a
No,
kidney
I've-
stone, but I've never had that happen, and God, I hope I never
yeah,
do.
no,
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
no. I don't. I couldn't even give an example of what that pain was like. But then
Wow.
you forget it. As soon as you see that little face.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
You
cute.
know.
so cute.
Yeah. What are some places that you used to take Kyle when he was younger?
Oh, Disneyland.
Disneyland? Do you have any memories of Disneyland, Kyle?
I was there almost every weekend
Oh,
for a little while, and then I have a lot of memories in Vegas.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Yeah, we used to go to Vegas a lot.
Playing the slots, huh?
Yeah,
The baby's pushing the button.
Come on, you're my lucky star.
Yeah.
Oh, we went. Yeah, we did shooting at the range. We went to hiking. I had a girlfriend that lived there, so we'd go there and trip out on the people, and Kyle would laugh, and
Yeah, I can see that.
spend money at
People
Circus
watch,
Circus.
laugh at people.
Yeah, that's amazing. What? So was like taking him to Disneyland, was that like your guys' favorite thing to do together, or was it going on vacation, or?
No, it was. We were like you said. We were probably there every weekend just to see the parade at night because I had the yearly passes.
Ooh, all the lights.
And then
Yeah.
ever since he was like 4 or 5, I was dragging him to Disneyland because I wanted to go back on the rides like Star Wars and stuff like that.
yeah.
So
Quick question: how
Yeah.
much were the Disneyland tickets back then?
$40.
I think they were like $49
Yeah.
to get in
Oh, that's
for
pretty good.
both
$50.
parks.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Did you ever get the year pass, the annual?
Yeah,
Yeah, we did. So
that's why
about
you went all the time.
6 years, and we even had we stayed one night at the Disneyland Hotel and had breakfast with the characters.
Oh
That's
wow!
cool. So who was your favorite character?
I'm jealous.
My favorite character. I really liked Woody and Buzz.
Oh, Buzz
Ask him about
Lightyear.
Cruella Deville.
Oh.
I actually have an embarrassing story about meeting Cruella Deville. And I actually remember this. I was traumatized. Yeah. It was my mom and I think Davina was there too, right?
Yeah.
So Davina was there and she's like, "Hey, let's go meet Cruella Deville," and I'm freaking out. I'm like, 'cause
She's
you know,
scary.
yeah, 'cause she's scary. Like the vibe is off.
Wait, who is she?
From
101 Dalmatians.
Yeah, 101 Dalmatians,
Oh,
the one
okay.
that stole the puppies.
Yeah, okay.
Puppy
And
killer.
yeah, and so my sister was dragging me, and I was like crying. I was like hardcore, like heavy crying.
No.
Yeah.
You can't make me.
Yeah.
And then we bought him a little Buzz Lightyear outfit,
Oh.
and he
Yeah.
would blow up these wings behind, and he would wear that thing all day long.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you guys still
And
have
then-
your Buzz Lightyear outfit somewhere?
I don't think
No.
so. No.
That's
No.
funny.
Yeah. You know, one of
Y'all
my
are gonna have to talk a little bit louder so I can hear.
Oh.
Yeah, no problem. One of my earliest memories was actually Disneyland because I love Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so Pirates of the Caribbean came out in 2002, The Black Pearl. So I was 2 years old at the time. And my mom took me to Pirates of the Caribbean. Honestly, I think that was like my first ride ever. And then I got a little pirate hat and like a little sword and stuff. And it's been such a long time. It's like a very foggy memory. But on Easter, we're looking at, pictures of me when I was younger. And I found the picture of me with the pirate hat at Disneyland. So
Oh wow.
it clarified my memory a little more. So I think that's pretty cool. So
Yeah, I used to take you guys like one at a time because there was 4 of you. It was too expensive. So it was your birthday thing. Well, you want to go Disneyland or do you want to go to Universal Studios or Knott's Berry Farm?
Disneyland.
Yeah. You know what's crazy about the Pirates ride? Is that I learned that Johnny Depp, he would replace his animatronic quite often.
Oh, yeah, he'd go in there. I
Yeah,
heard.
he'd go in there and replace his animatronic, and no one would know.
Really?
Yeah, like a lot of times through the year.
Dang, he ain't doing it no more though.
No, not since what's been going on, but
Yeah.
That'd be super cool. Be like, wait a minute. It is him.
Yeah. No, I like that. I'm actually going to Disneyland this month, so.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
I-
kind of.
I think by the time Kyle was 5, I think he could tell you the directions from our house in Redlands or Mentone how to get to Disneyland.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What freeways take.
So if you
and
ever ran
what
away from
off-ramps.
home, he'd find you at Disneyland.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He
I
knew
found
where
myself
Kyle
there.
was. Yeah, he'd be in Disneyland.
He's like
Yeah.
5 years old. Mom, you take the 10 West and hop off. And do you still know how to get there?
Yes.
Really?
I do.
Dang,
I
that's
know.
so
I do.
crazy. I don't even know how to get home sometimes.
Me
Yeah.
neither.
That's pretty cool. Hey, if you guys are just tuning in, you guys listening to Whatever Works, we have a bouquet of flowers to give to someone for free. We'll deliver it to you guys if you guys can answer this one Mother's Day question. And the question is, how much does the U.S. spend on flowers on Mother's Day? Is it $2.66 billion, $500 million, or $1.5 billion? If you guys know the right answer, please feel free to call in at any time at 888-909-1050. That's 888-909-1050. The lines are open. We still got 10 minutes before we go on our half-hour break. But one of the things that is going through my mind is both of you guys had more than one child. How do you do it? Because
Lots of prayer. Huh?
lots of prayers, lots of sleepless nights, huh? Yeah, because
Glutton for punishment? I don't know.
no, because I mean, as a kid, you're not really aware of like how much your parents stress out about us kids. And going back to when I was dating this girl that has a 13-year-old son, it's actually kind of funny because she'll be yelling at Zeke to wake up in the morning, get ready for school, and this, and he's just standing there with the towel around him. You know what I mean? And it's like, I used to do that. And then,
Oh, it drive me crazy too.
yeah, and now I see like how stressed his mom is, and I'm like, man, my mom had to do that with 4 kids. Like, I don't know how you guys do it. It's crazy.
Well, sometimes you would look crazy when we got to school.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's for sure.
What is one of the things that um was it hard for you to wake up the kids in the morning? What was the toughest part being a parent?
Knowing how to discipline,
Mm,
because you can't just say you're in a timeout for 10 minutes and then after 2 minutes of their crying, you give in. Because kids learn right away how they can maneuver you as the parent.
right.
And so if 10 minutes and it was a timeout, then that's what he did, 10 minutes. Because you got to do what you say you're going to do.
Right. What about you, Mom?
Yeah, discipline was hard. And then, well, your dad was the tough one when you guys got in trouble. And then sometimes when you got in trouble with me, you guys would laugh.
Yeah. Funny story, actually. I wanted to bring this up. So with Timmy, he is the oldest one out of us brothers. My dad was at work and he was disobeying my mom. And my mom was like, "Come here, Timmy, you're getting a spanking." And then he was like, "Is it going to hurt this time?"
Oh, what?
Like, how do you say that to your parents? You know?
Timmy.
So my mom calls my dad. And my mom's mad. "Oh, Timmy, this and this." And he said, "Oh, it's going to hurt this time." And my dad started roaring. Like it was funny, but when he got home, he had to spank Timmy. He had to put the discipline on him. I just thought it was so funny because moms are a little easier because, moms are a little more empathetic, like this their child, they gave the birth to them. Like they want to take care of them. They don't want to see their kids in pain or anything like that. But as soon as dad comes home, things...
No, I was the discipliner.
Yeah.
Oh,
it-
yeah?
It was the
They
complete
tried to give you
opposite.
the
Opposite.
puppy dog eyes, or they were sorry. It never worked for me. Never worked for
Oh,
them. I should.
You're
I
a
should
tough
say.
mom, huh? You're a little tough cookie.
You have to be.
What other things did you do to discipline Kyle?
No
Well,
Disneyland.
right at 8 o'clock every night, he was in bed. I didn't even have to tell him. He would just go to bed at 8 o'clock.
So Kyle was like the good kid?
Oh, he was a very good kid. I think he's making up for it now.
Who would
No, I'm just kidding.
who
No, he was very easy. It was just him and I for a long time, being a single parent, and as long as I kept those video games and stuff like that, he was happy.
yeah,
You know,
keep him occupied?
a lot of spoilage, but it was him and I for a long time.
That's nice. You guys probably have a really strong bond, huh?
Yeah. We were super close, and then ever since she moved to Texas, we talk every once in a while. But I try to make it out there to Texas when I can, and then she comes out here. So
That's cool. Yeah. Were you in Texas? Well, you probably were when that freeze came by to Texas and it like froze everyone's
Oh,
like
the snow?
yeah.
Yeah, it was the first year of COVID, because I've only been here about 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, we had the snow. I think it was like 6 feet
Wow.
of snow here in Texas that one winter. But we didn't have any of the utilities shut off or anything, so we did okay.
See, my sister was stuck over there. It was her second year in Texas as well. But she was stuck in a closet with her husband to keep warm.
Wow,
Everything
I know.
was out
I
for
can imagine.
2 weeks or 3, or I don't
Yeah.
remember how long. And then she came out and her toes were all black, and the doctor was like, "You have COVID toe." And we're like, "What, a toe? What is that?" And I still don't know what that is, but anyway.
That doctor has something else going on.
Well, I looked it up. It's a thing.
COVID toe?
COVID toe.
What is it?
I don't know. It's when your toes are black, and I don't know what
It's not,
caused it.
it's not frostbite.
No, they said it wasn't
it's not
frostbite.
diabetes or
No, they said it was COVID toe.
COVID toe. Huh.
Doctors are making up new stuff every day, so I wouldn't doubt it if there's a thing called COVID toe.
But her toes are okay now.
Well, I would hope so.
But I'm thinking, it must be because it was freezing. Come on now.
Yeah. When was the last time you saw Kyle?
But almost a year ago.
So it's about that
So,
time to see each other again, huh?
I
Yeah.
tried to go out last week, but things over here, my son's working on buying another house. So we stayed here in Texas. So I think I'm going to try to make it out either May or June for a week.
Because
And
when's
he'll be
Kyle's
mine
birthday?
then.
22nd.
It's never enough
This
time.
month?
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, happy early birthday, dude.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
your May baby.
Yeah, I told my dad last year, I said, days go by slow and years go by fast. But now, it all goes by fast. The days just,
Gone.
day's gone.
It's
and
crazy, right?
then, the years are gone, like we were just talking about it. And it's hard to grasp and hold on to everything when things are going like this fast and all these changes and stuff in the world. So it's like something
I'm just glad that I'm not raising any children now because of everything's so different.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Back then, your kids can go to somebody's house. You don't have to worry about it. It's so different. Kids don't respect the parents. They talk back. You can't do anything in high school. You can't say anything. You're being sued for this, sued for that.
Yeah.
It's a scary world out there for all the little ones.
Yep, I'm a school teacher. I see that every day.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's very stressful.
I wouldn't make it as a teacher.
Did your guys' parents tell you the same thing that you guys just said? Like, oh, it's a scary world out there. Like, did your parents ever say
No,
that?
not really.
No.
Well,
I mean, they were learning how to become parents, just like every day I learn how to become a parent. Something different changes. I mean, you grow every day and you learn something new. And I had a little advantage with having the first two first, so I knew what to do in emergency. But since we lived in Redland and Kyle was so accident prone and
So am
going
I,
back
kid.
and forth to Fontana, Kaiser, I was ready to move to Fontana because we were going so much with Kyle.
1 month I thought they were going to call CPS on me because all my kids were like in urgent care like twice, 3 times.
Yeah.
I was like, they're like, yeah, we know you.
Well, it's
Right?
because, you
And if nobody else sees how the kid hurt themselves,
yeah,
then
exactly.
CPS was called.
And then the doctors would be like, okay, your parents are gone. Tell me what really happened.
Right?
Oh, this one here, Sam got bit by a bat.
And we'll talk about that after
Oh my gosh.
we come back from break. But we're going to go on a 5-minute break and we'll be right back. So, Sylvia, please stay on the line. You guys listening
Okay.
to Whatever Works. I'm Sam Works.
Kyle Kerrigan.
And you guys.
From the Bureau of Economic Geology, this is Earth Date. Picture in your mind a 1-gallon milk jug. Got it? Now imagine 12 of them lined up on a table. That's how much water the average American is carrying inside their body. 12 gallons. That's a lot of water. Every day we're exhaling water vapor, sweating or excreting water, and if we don't drink water or eat watery foods to replenish it, in as few as 3 days, we'd be dead. Water is very much a life or death issue to all humans and all living creatures. But for the most part, we take it for granted. Often when that happens, it's because we have an abundance of something. But do we really? Sure, we live on a blue planet. Look at a photo taken from space, and it's easy to see that 70% of the Earth is covered in water. Take a closer look, though, and you'll see that number is misleading. Water, even groundwater, is really just on the surface of Earth. Oceans may seem deep to us, but they're incredibly shallow. Just a sliver-thin veneer compared to the massive diameter of the Earth. As a matter of fact, all the water on the entire planet would fit into a sphere the width of Texas. And the fresh water that we depend on is less than 1% of that. Fresh water is indeed a precious resource, and a topic you'll hear a lot more about on Earth Date. I'm Scott Tinker, and thanks for listening.
Earth Date is produced by the Bureau of Economic Geology at the University of Texas at Austin. Earth Date is researched by Julie Hennings, written by Harry Lynch, and distributed by Mark Blunt and Casey Walker. For more stories, follow us on Facebook or visit earthdate.org.
This segment brought to you by Matt Flores of Secure Choice Lending in Riverside. We thank Matt for being a man of his word and supporting KQLH through his generous donation.
Hi, I'm Matt. No one is more curious than now about the real estate market and what lies ahead. But one thing is for sure, we can help you with your next move. We're licensed in 14 states, and we take pride in our trustworthy service that takes the stress out of your next refinance or next real estate transaction.
You can find Matt Flores of Secure Choice Lending at www.securechoicelending.com or on Instagram at MatthewF444. No matter what your age is, it's never too late or early to find a good lender. You can call 951-742-1382. That's 951-742-1382. Or Google Matt Flores Loans.
Hey, mortgages are kind of boring, but we keep it fun. NMLS 1161689.
Tahibo Tea Club's original Pure Pau de Arco Super Tea helps build red corpuscles in the blood which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer dies in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TahiboTeaClub.com. Tahibo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TahiboTeaClub.com or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TahiboTeaClub.com.
Hey SoCal,
Inland Empire,
worldwide. Tune in Mondays at 6 p.m. for the ATO About That Life Awareness Hour. I'm Uncle Mo.
And I'm DJ Cool Tay.
We're bringing you actual facts about the hood life, pitfalls, business, family, and law, offering alternative resources for a better lifestyle. So tune in with me, Uncle Mo.
And me, DJ Cool Tay.
Mondays at 6 p.m. for the ATL About That Life Awareness Hour.
Here on KCAA 1050 AM, 102.3, 106.5 FM.
The station that leaves no listener behind.
And we are back. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. And you guys listening to Whatever Works. I'm Sam Works.
I'm Kyle Kerrigan. Also, a quick shout out to snjradio.com. No negative news, no politics, just feel good music.
Yes, sir.
And our man, Secondhand Sam, over at Second Chance Thrift Store next to USA Subs on Yucaipa Boulevard.
Yeah, go check them out. All their stuff are donated.
Everything.
Yeah. Some things are still in packages. Some things are new. Some things are used. But, you know, it's the community helping out a small business, and the small business.
It's all about small business.
And the small business is trying to help out the community. So go check them out. I don't know the address, but it's right next to USA Subs on Yucaipa Boulevard in Yucaipa. Again, we have a $95 value bouquet of red and vanilla white roses for anyone who can call in the next 15 minutes, earlier or later, doesn't matter, and just answer this one question. How much does the U.S. spend on flowers? And I'll give you guys options. There's only three. Is it option A, $2.66 billion, B, $500 million, or C, $1.5 billion? So if you guys want some free flowers for Mother's Day or for yourself.
Completely free.
Yes, and we'll send them to you guys in the vase with water and a dozen roses. Just call in at 888-909-1050. That's 888-909-1050.
Mom, you still there?
I'm here.
Perfect.
All right. Mama Sylvia, sorry. So, now that you and my mom are older and can't have kids anymore, or whatever the case may be.
What?
I'm
Really?
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Really?
All right, yeah. Let's open up with this. Let's definitely open up with that.
I think you need a whooping.
Yes. Okay. So when it comes to taking care of your kids, how restricted was your first kids compared to, having your second or third child?
You mean my?
Well, I don't. I was young. I'm sure the same with your mom. So everything's new, and every day is different. So it was more testing of what to do, what not to do. People give you advice, but you take this advice or that advice, and even some of the things I did with my first two, I couldn't do with Kyle. Like, for example, when they were teething, I had one of those little airplane whiskeys, and that's what I put a little bit on their gum, and it would numb the gum. Now you can't do that. So
there's a lot of things you can't
it's
do
all-
nowadays.
Yeah, it's all trial by error.
Yeah. I saw a commercial, and it was like your firstborn, and like they're all trying to keep this baby safe. Like, oh, don't play in the dirt, or no, don't do this. And then like their second kid, just go out there, have some fun. Like they're very like loosey goosey with it. So that was kind of like where I was I was asking about when it comes to like being protective of your first child compared to having other kids, and then you kind of like know the lingo and what you should and shouldn't be doing.
I don't know. You guys all had different personalities, so.
Yeah.
And then who's around at the time? Like when Timmy was little, my mom was around a little more. Like came to visit more, and my mom would, "What are you doing?" Like so we were going out, and I forgot a bottle. I cannot believe you! I can't believe you forgot the bottle. What is wrong with you? I'm like, it's in the car.
Yeah. Because Timmy told me this before, like, because he was the first child, right, firstborn, and so my parents, they wouldn't let him, ride bikes or go outside and do all this stuff. But the moment that me and JC were born, we all got to do it at any age, as like 7, 8 years old, because we're all together. But as like a single child, you're a little more protective. And
I still don't like I was always just go with your brother or go with somebody, and I'm still like that. Don't go by yourself. I'm still that way.
So do you think that's the reason why Timmy's like a lot more active, a lot more, parkour, a lot more?
This kid, I mean, he's not a kid anymore. He's 25, but like he wants to live forever young. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, Timmy,
that song.
You gotta.
I don't want to grow up either. But,
I know.
I mean, some people.
I don't think anybody does.
Some people do. Some people don't. I mean, I had such a fantastic childhood. Like I loved every moment of my childhood. But then it's like, I don't know. I feel like people who don't want to grow up is still missing the amount of fun that they needed as a kid. Because like I had fun every single day, even when I was sleeping, I was having fun. And so like now, I kind of like I shook that off me, and I want to grow up a little bit, but I just don't want to grow up too fast because life is crazy when you're growing up fast. It gets me nervous. But that's how I am personally. I just feel like I had my childhood, and
Now you gotta grow up.
now I gotta grow up. As far as Timmy goes, like he had his childhood, but it wasn't enough, And I mean, it makes sense. Who wants to grow old? I don't know. I mean, people like cry when they have gray hairs, But in some cultures, it's a blessing. Yeah, it's like.
I had gray hairs in high school.
You had gray hairs in high school?
I did.
Man, you're stressed out or what?
What? I had a few on the top, like right here, and they're still there.
I only cry because you guys will point it out and pull it out.
Yeah. Well, Mom, now she's a grandma, but she doesn't have any white hairs. Like she's in that young stage still. She's very young. But my brother, he has 2 kids now, actually, and he's pretty young to have it.
Wow.
Though, so
I have,
Congratulations.
yeah, 2 baby girls, and that honestly changed my mind when it comes to having kids, because I always wanted 2 boys and 1 girl in that order, that amount. But then after like seeing his little daughters playing and running around, I was like, you know what? I'll be happy if I had a baby girl, like regardless if it's first or last or in between. But having a baby girl would be nice. I learned to appreciate that a little more. Is there something? This is to both moms here. Is there something that you guys wish you did differently with us kids?
Well, I wish where, I didn't separate from Kyle's dad, and then divorced. But I tried to keep him as close to his father as possible, and by having a good relationship with him and things like that. So that would be the only thing I think I would want to change. Otherwise, no, I'm good with Kyle.
That's good. And what about you, Mom?
I think I overly trusted you guys sometimes in your teenage years, because I keep hearing stories. And I'm like, Well, because I knew that I raised you right, and in the end, you guys usually do what's right, even though, because, I mean, I was a little wild child in high school, but in the end, I never went too far, I was like, oh my gosh, like my...
Are you saying that we went too far?
A little bit sometimes. And then I don't know where you got... Some of you guys are little daredevils. I'm like, where did you get that?
Well, that's mostly Timmy.
Yeah, Timmy's an extremist. He's an adrenaline junkie. And he tried to get me on that boat. And that's exactly why we always ended up in the hospital, because Timmy would get hurt, and then he'd be like, JC, you got to do the job, man. And then he would get hurt, and then it's like, Sam, you got to be the one. And then I would get hurt. It was like a domino effect.
And I never liked you guys staying inside. You guys were outside boys, because none of this like sit there and watch video games and stay on your phone and watch whatever. I'm like, go outside.
Yeah.
But then I paid for it a little bit, but I'm still glad I did it, because you're healthier and stronger, and
we have street wisdom.
Yeah, I have wisdom.
Well, funny enough, I liked going outside, but I liked playing video games more growing up. It wasn't until I met Timmy that I was outside more.
Like every day, huh?
Every day. And I think my mom can agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like as soon as I met Timmy, I was always going to his house. I had friends like Dylan, I and stuff like that, but I wasn't like actively going outside, hiking, parkouring, or trying to.
Well, to be honest, I don't think it was your choice, because Timmy would be like, let's go play tag. Let's go do this. Let's go climb a mountain. I'm like, bro, we did that yesterday,
But you guys are the reason why I got a big yard. We have a little house, but a big yard.
And
Was
and
that the one in Yucaipa?
Calamasa, huh?
Calamasa?
Yeah.
That's the OG house.
yeah, and what's funny is, I used to say no a lot. Like growing up, like going to people's houses, no. Tim would be like, hey, let's go jump these trees in this house. All right.
That's funny.
All right, let's go. He was pretty much the first one I would say yes to, like being active.
Wow.
But you guys loved the trampoline, and you guys loved building ramps for the bicycles.
Yeah. So those of you who are listening, we had, what is that, half acre?
Yeah.
Half acre of just straight dirt. We didn't have grass. We didn't have anything. And so my parents would be like, don't be inside. Go outside and come back when the street lights come on, type stuff. But what did we do for, I think it was like 6 to 9 months. It was every day, all day, just digging holes and building ramps out of dirt, right? And eventually we turned the whole backyard into like a bike park. We had a 15-foot bowl that was like, I don't know, 5 feet deep. We had jumps that were like
a crater.
that were like 4 feet high, 6 feet high, big old gaps, and we worked every day. We got sunburn, we got blisters, we got tears, blood, everything.
Work ethic.
Work ethic, right?
And I didn't have to teach it.
Well, here's what happened. All of us, we're all accountable. We were disobeying my mom, and my dad goes and he's like, kids, because he can't ground us, right? Because like we're grounded for like, let's say like 2 months. We can't hang out with friends. We can't play video games. So what do? We build more ramps, right? And like we can't be stuck in the house because we'll drive our parents crazy. So as discipline, or as punishment, he was like, flatten the backyard. After 9 months of hard work, he tells us to flatten the backyard. We all cried.
Tears in your eyes.
Yeah, we all cried. And my dad felt really bad, actually. But that was the only way he can punish us. And funny enough, we flattened the backyard, but there were still like holes like in the backyard. And we're like, Dad, the backyard's done. He's like, guys, there's a bunch of holes everywhere. We're like, well, we don't have enough dirt. He's like, what do you mean you don't have enough dirt? It's the whole backyard. We thought like the dirt kind of like flew away or something, because at the end of it, we didn't have enough dirt to fill in the holes. So it was pretty funny.
Erosion.
Yeah, erosion or something. If you guys, well, Sylvia, I think you answered my question earlier, but if you guys can have kids again, would you?
Not at this point in my life, no.
Mom?
Not at my age.
I mean, that's why we have grandkids, right? Because it's not, you don't got to go through the whole.
So I go babysit grandkids. I have fun, and I'm like, okay, good night.
See, and I think that's the best part, because like the moment you feel tired and you're done, you can be like, all right, I'm done. I'm going home.
Yeah, but I'm waiting on Kyle.
I'm sure Kyle has plans.
How much longer,
We got time.
The pressure is on.
The pressure, yeah.
I mean, Kyle, since we're talking about it, have you thought about having kids?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have like an age range of when you want to have kids?
No, I'm just gonna go with the flow, and
Really?
I've always been like that with
Well,
anything.
It's a good thing that you're 25 now, because if he was going with the flow when he was like 18, that would be,
Well, I'm past the 18 mark.
Yeah.
Touch
but,
that threshold.
But he's also very picky. I mean, even with his friends, he was very picky on who
That's true.
he involved himself with.
That's good.
And all of them have been good choices.
Yeah, Timmy's the wild card, for sure.
That's okay. We can handle wild.
Yeah.
So same with the females. I'm assuming, but he's always been real good in choosing who is around him.
That's what I always told my kids. Watch out who you hang around with, because people know you hang around with.
Yeah, I didn't listen to my mom about that. Because like it is true, like you are who you hang with, and I mean, my mom and my dad, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink, right? So like as a kid, both my parents try to discipline me and get me ready for the real world, but what really showed me was my friends, and I'm blessed to still be alive, and like I'm out of that little fun mode.
I'm blessed to still be alive too.
Yeah.
Through all of you guys.
Yeah. So
scary.
That is something.
Well, I actually have a question for both of you guys. What was it like growing up with your parents?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That was
Well, we
interesting.
sure the heck didn't talk to. I didn't talk to my parents near how some of the kids are talking to their parents. And we got whipped with the belt. You betcha.
Oh yeah.
But that's the way it was.
I got pinched.
Otherwise, I mean, I went to Catholic school all 12 years, so I was a good girl, just like. But now I think I'm making up for it too. So I don't know.
I remember my mom chasing me around the table with her big, huge fingernails, because my brother and I were sharing a dresser, but he kept putting his stuff in my dresser, so I took a permanent marker and I wrote my name on one, his name on the other, my name on one, his name on the other, and permanent marker on a very nice oak dresser. And boy, did I get in trouble.
Oh, man.
I mean, she talks about how her mom had long nails. She had long nails. And she would reach in the back of the car and try to grab us, but she's like scratching the crap out of us. Because we used,
Oh, and if you broke a nail, that was something
it
else.
was yeah. The nails just get sharper. Just kidding. No, actually, one time, all four of us were in the car and we're just moving back and forth, left and right, and we were physically shaking the car on the freeway.
That was so.
My mom was like, she had to pull over because we're moving the car too much while she was on the freeway. It was just so absurd. It was pretty crazy. But we only have 2 minutes. No one's called in for the flowers, so I'll give you guys the answer. But the question was, how much does the U.S. spend on flowers on Mother's Day? And the answer is A, $2.66 billion.
See, I was going to say D, all the above.
See, that makes sense. That's a good one. I like that. So we have about a minute left. We're going to be closing up. But Kyle, did you want to give a shout out one more time?
Shout out to snjradio.com. No negative news, no politics, just feel good music.
Yeah, and by the way, if you guys go on snjradio.com, you would hear me and Kyle giving out positive
messages.
Positive messages.
Quotes.
Yeah.
Some messages, some quotes.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, it's a mix of both of us. Yeah. Sometimes both of us together.
Mm-hmm. So tune in, and if you guys want to be a guest on this show, you guys can go to our.
You go to our website. You can hit up our email, and we'll be able to get back to you pretty much instantly.
Yeah. So our website is KCAA whateverworks.com.
Correct.
And our Instagram is whatever. Is it KCAA whatever works? Or
KCAA whatever works.
Yep.
We're also on Twitter and Facebook, and you can get those links on our website as well.
Yep. Is there anything else before we head out that you girls want to say?
Make good choices, Kyle.
Yes, make good
Love
choices.
I love you too. Happy Mother's Day.
Love all our kiddos.
All right, you guys. We're wrapping it up. This is the show, Whatever Works. I'm Sam Works.
I'm Kyle Kerrigan.
And we got both moms here. We got Mara Tess, or when people call her, they call her Mattress. And then we got Sylvia.
Radio.
This segment sponsored by the generous support of the Dream Team. Looking for the keys to something bigger and better? Downsizing or relocating to the perfect spot? Oscar Ramirez from Century 21 Lois Lauer Real Estate and Matt Flores from Secure Choice Lending are here to help you sell or buy with their trusted and experienced knowledge and advice. People are calling Oscar and Matt at 951-751-3249. That's 951